Patriotic comrades, councillors across Jamaica say they've been left stranded, helpless, and treated like children of a lesser god after Hurricane Melissa. And by the end of this video, you will understand why this story has exploded into one of the biggest political shake-ups of the year. Because what's happening behind the scenes, that part nobody wants to talk about. Not yet. Patriotic comrades, so let's start with the people at the center of this storm, the councillors, the ones closest to the communities, the ones who, as Mandeville Mayor Donovan Mitchell puts it, know the country better than anybody else. They're the boots on the ground, the first responders without the title. What's your experience after Hurricane Melissa? Did support reach your area? Let's hear your experience in the comments below. The problems: external, internal, and philosophical. The external problem: no funding, no resources, another hurricane, another disaster. Internal problem: councillors feel ignored, sidelined, invisible, and honestly, you can hear the frustration in every quote. Philosophical problem: if councillors are the ones people see daily, why are they the last to get support? Mitchell didn't hold back. Sometimes we wonder if we are children of a lesser god. That line alone could run for office. His concerns were echoed by Jamaica Labour Party councillor for Craighead, Omar Miller, who said councillors have not received 1 red cent to aid in hurricane relief. So even JLP councillors them speak up. Patriotic comrades, do you think councillors were treated unfairly, or is there more to the story? Drop your take in the comments below. Patriotic comrades, so here's where things get interesting. We have a hurricane stronger than the building codes themselves. We have communities waiting. We have councillors who received promises, $500,000 after Hurricane Beryl. But according to them, not 1 red cent ever arrived. And now after Melissa, same script, new hurricane. Keynote and pay attention to that, patriotic comrades. So the government, the Holness administration did promise the councillors after Hurricane Beryl last year, say each of them did all get $500,000, and it never happened. Now we have a Cat 5 hurricane and the government promised them $250,000. Make that make sense. Quick poll in the comments: who should be responsible for first response relief, ministries or councillors, and why? Let's hear it in the comments below. Patriotic comrades, this is where the story gets juicy. Simple plan councillors want: 1. Resources before disaster, not after. 2. Councillors treated as first responders. 3. Updated building codes. 4. Faster assessments. But based on their claims, the system moves like molasses in winter. In other words, patriotic comrades, very slow, snail pace. We've been calling out the Holness administration for their slow response from day one. If you had to fix Jamaica's disaster relief system, what's the first thing you'd change? Let's hear those brilliant ideas of yours in the comments below. Patriotic comrades, and this is where the tension escalates, because communities aren't looking to ministries or long chains of bureaucracy. They're looking at their councillor, their representative, their daily contact. JLP Councillor Omar Miller: people are not looking for me to send them to somebody else. They're looking for me to help them. That pressure, combine it with zero funds and a disaster, you get political combustion. Agree or disagree, Jamaica's building codes are not ready for modern hurricanes. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Failure if nothing changes. Patriotic comrades, so here's the nightmare scenario nobody wants to imagine. Outdated building codes, stronger storms, sidelined local leaders, and communities caught in the middle. And the scariest part, there's one detail that almost guarantees this cycle repeats again. But more on that in a moment. What was the most shocking part of this whole situation for you? Let's hear it in the comments below. Success, the win state. Patriotic comrades, imagine a Jamaica where councillors actually get the resources they're promised. Imagine updated building codes designed for the hurricanes we're facing now, not the ones from 20 years ago. Imagine faster coordination, smoother funding flows, and a disaster management model that actually empowers the people closest to the crisis. This story isn't just about Melissa, it's about the future of local governance in a hurricane-prone country. Do you think disaster relief in Jamaica needs a full overhaul? Yes or no? And explain your answers in the comments below. The big reveal. Patriotic comrades, earlier I mentioned the one detail that almost guarantees this cycle repeats. It's simple. Hurricane Melissa topped 185 miles per hour. Our building codes prepares us for 155 miles per hour. We're preparing for the last hurricane, not the next one. In other words, patriotic comrades, the building codes needs to be updated. Some councillors say they got zero support. Does that surprise you? Let's hear it in the comments below. Here's a summary of the highlights and the key points. Quick recap. Councillors say they've received no funding for hurricane relief despite promises. They feel sidelined despite being the first point of contact for communities. Building codes are outdated compared to Hurricane Melissa's actual strength. Government agencies criticized for slow assessments and coordination. Councillors across both parties united in frustration. Bigger question, is Jamaica's disaster prep system built for the storms we are now facing? Be honest, who do you think understands the community needs better? Local councillors or national agencies? Let's hear your thoughts in the comments below. Patriotic comrades, to add to that, everybody know we live in a hurricane zone ever since. So I think the building codes need to be updated to actually withstand a category 5 impact full on at the hurricane. Every new building we make should be strong enough to withstand the impact of a full on category 5 wind speed. That is forward thinking, that is futuristic thinking, that is innovative thinking, but we don't have that with the Holness administration. What we have is a government that governs with PR only, not substance. So now when real disaster happen, the whole of them in there are run up and down like a chicken with their head cut off. We see Holness I sit down with the interview. I talk to Ramesh and I congratulate Ramesh and everybody who are the actually first responders where I do relief effort and I give aid to our fellow Jamaican citizens. Sitting down on his ass comfortably, I talk to Ramesh under AC while there are Jamaicans starving, dead from thirst. Nobody no can look for them because they ain't cut off. And this man is sitting comfortably at chat to Ramesh. But you have to find time from fear chat to Ramesh. You should be going through every community. You're not supposed to get no rest, you know. You're not supposed to sleep at night time, boy. You hear the cry of every baby before you go to bed at night time. You're not supposed to sleep. You're supposed to up and work. The same energy we did have during campaign season when 3-4 o'clock a.m. in the morning, yeah, annoy people and I chat to people, I beg them for vote. Where is that same energy now? Why you not show up for people them? You fly over in a helicopter. You need to walk on the ground. When you did that do your PR photo up there, you take off your shoes and walk in a river. Just for do little PR, and when the people them actually need you, you don't have no substance. You are not there to face the people and make them say you actually care. Then Prime Minister actually stands with them. And the reason why you not do it is because you don't care. So patriotic comrades, if Hurricane Melissa did a push out top speed of 185 miles per hour, now couple that with outdated building codes, we make for withstand 155 miles per hour wind. It means Melissa's actual strength will demolish or overpower any building that is at the 155 miles per hour building code. But you see, we don't have a forward-thinking government in the Holness administration. If he was a real innovative leader, he would actually know, say, you have to prepare for the worst case scenario. Worst case scenario has to be a category 5 hurricane, if that is the highest category. Zeal, and if there is higher than that, say category 10, and so far all you've been getting, just for example, an argument's sake, a cat 3 or maybe cat 4, or it was at category 4, but when you reach Jamaica, it's the category 3. You build your buildings for the worst case scenario. That's a common sense. Well, common sense for me. So this is why we say so much concrete structures actually get fall to the ground. Because what I noticed during the hurricane, initially all of the wind did come from the east. Then further down in the day, in the evening, the wind started to come from the south. So it changed direction now, It did beat you from the east, and then further down in the day, it start beat you from the south. All you have to do is watch the trees them, and you can tell when the wind direction change. So when I realize about wait, I south you come from now. You see me? I say you change direction pan way. So when it done battle you from the east and then it start battle you from the south, a real pressure that So your roof under severe hackling, cause first it did get better from the east and then it change direction and start beat up from the south. Your roof have to come off. So all we have is a PR government in the form of a Holness administration when I prepare for no formal leadership. As this hurricane exposed them. A little YouTuber like me can have so much common sense and practical knowledge. You have to build buildings that are mechanically sound and structurally strong to withstand the worst case scenario of a hurricane. The worst case scenario hurricane is supposed to go and catch you off guard and then you're left stranded. You are not a leader. Unless you are doing a poor job of a prime minister. Worst prime minister right now. That's why I was so critical on Holness's slow response. You fly over one time, we know about. We don't know about you making any other trips. One time we hear say you make a fly out and that's it. Why you afraid to face the people them? Why you don't want to look them in their eye and say them the ground zero? Cause them actually not have nothing. Them they are zero. House lick down clean. Some of them are sleep under the stars if they can't find nobody to catch with. And you find time for you to interview or have a sit down conversation with Ramesh. You not work, brother. Hey, this have to be a flipping joke. When me see the man sit down and I chat to Ramesh. Remember, say this government not start do nothing yet, you know. Them not start do nothing that is significant all now. So I don't know what's the purpose of this government. Where Ramesh a do, where Color Smith TV them a do, where Asafa them a do, where Shaggy and Sean Paul them a do, where Cartel them a do, where Spice them a do. And where you, the Prime Minister, you and your government, you and your members of Parliament, pan the government side, UNO should not do that. We actually are the full job for UNO. And we're not going to take no credit or no glory for it, because we never did that do nothing. No one in the JLP, me no hear or see, none of them going to their own personal money for do no donation or use their own personal money and go do no shopping in terms of no relief. So you tell me, say these JLP member of parliaments are so them broke and they in a power for 2 terms already and start the 3rd term, and none of them couldn't go in their pocket and take out $1 million and decide, say, alright, me I go do some shopping for help the people them were in need. Our people are foreign Jamaicans in the diaspora have to donate, and we appreciate everybody in a foreign way I donate. Much love, much respect. Our UNO save enough Jamaicans from not being unalived. UNO make the death count no go up further. UNO save the country and take shame out of the Prime Minister them face. Various news stations would have come here and realize and even say the government is not doing anything. And them not understand why the government move so slow in their response. Them their mainstream media outlets from foreign. That's what them say. That's their criticism of the Holness administration. And with all of that, you find time to do a sit down with Ramesh. PR government. We don't have no substance back at them. Like, bro, where you find time? You never want to make time for meet with Mark Golding to deal with this whole Republic matter. Going forward, you never want to make no time for meet with him, but you eventually say, alright, let's have a Veil Royal talk. But look how quick you make time for sit down with Ramesh. Me did done say you're not busy more than nobody else. You're not the Prime Minister for the world. You're not busy more than nobody else. So how you are going like you could make time for Marky G? Look how quick you make time for sit down in front of camera for chat with Ramesh. We expect better from UNO as politicians, you know. UNO have a job for do, and when UNO not doing a job, we are going to hold UNO accountable. In failing to carry out the job, when we appear UNO as taxpayers for do. When I come on this platform, I don't just come for chat any and anything. You see me? I actually want to see the government do well. I actually want to see them do the right thing. Because if them do the right thing, Jamaica prosper. Jamaica wins. So I don't want to say Holness or the Holness administration to fail at no point in time, because when them fail, the country suffer and the country go backwards. The country might even end up 100 years back that way for day, and we don't want that. It can set back the country 100 years. That's a side effect of a failed government. So at no point am I praying for the demise of this administration. Praying for their demise is praying for the demise of Jamaica. So we have to be careful and we have to be logical and level-headed. So even though I am very pro-PNP, I'm a vote PNP. First and foremost, I don't even like the JLP. So make we get that out of the way. That no means me want to say Holness them fail, but when they fail, me go hold them accountable. We know if we want to say no government fail. If PNP go in a power, Labour rights supporters not supposed to want to see the PNP fail. If the PNP fail, Jamaica fails. The economy fails. Our future generation fails and suffers. So we have to pray for them and pray for them to do the right thing whenever they're in a power. Holness has failed to do the right thing for the first 2 terms. Man come and a boast on the houses where them bill. You see me in a Montego Bay. Is it what? The Edmund Ridge Estate? Something like that, I think it name, and he did a brag on the house. Them a house are better than Operation Pride. Only if you check out after Melissa pass through and shell them down, they make out a sheet rack. And we know them the house there cost millions. They ain't like a matches box there. When a worth in money what them are selling people for. cost millions. As simple as it look, when I did like a 2-bedroom matches box there, maybe because the people want good 16 to maybe all 20 million. You see me? And that is just my guesstimation, but they're not cheap. So overpriced, highly overpriced, inferior housing, substandard housing, them a make the people and a brag booty. All the Operation Pride host them that was made by the PMP administration, their hosts, they actually have pride and are still standing today. Their hosts that did actually well make. So this is why I always beat the Holness administration as a PR government, a pure public relations. They don't do no real governance. No substance behind the Holness administration. Patriotic comrades, the Holness administration is not working. All me see them do is pure public relations. Remember, just a couple days ago, maybe 2-3 days ago, we see Floyd Green on the Fix podcast addressing the criticism of the government because people are criticized the government on their response to Hurricane Melissa, and him decided to do some PR and go on the Fix podcast. No, where all these JLP from the Prime Minister to Floyd Green find time for sit down and do interviews. St. Elizabeth is badly affected. If I'm not mistaken, Floyd Green's constituency is badly affected. So when you should be in your community, in your constituency in St. Elizabeth, I get things done. You're up on podcasts, I do PR damage control. Patriotic comrades, this is not a government. This is not a real government. This is a modern PR propaganda government cosplaying, masquerading as a real government. We have a pseudo government in the form of a Holness administration. Floyd Green, you have work in your constituency. If you want to find time for you to PR on podcasts, this man dedicated whole 1 hour and 20 minutes 34 seconds on the Fix podcast with Naro, Ari and Javi. Is this the people who wanna say choose Jamaica? Is this one of the leaders in the Holness administration? Make it make sense. Me don't know about uno, but I want a serious government. I want a competent government. I want a efficient government. I want a government with common sense, we have sense. What is this from these so-called highly bright and educated people? What makes Floyd Green or the Prime Minister think it's a good idea to sit down and a waste time, a chat, a interview? Meanwhile, your government is being criticized for not doing nothing. Here where we now look no excuse for uno. If you can't do your work, resign. We don't want to hear no politician or Prime Minister come and talk about a whole heap of work and the task is bigger than me. Resign. Make we get somebody else who are competent and can do the work. No, I hear no excuse for none of uno. You chose to be a politician. You chose to be the Prime Minister. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. And if you can't do your work, resign. We don't want to hear no excuse. Because a big excuse we get from Holness and the Holness administration. If the work is too much for you, if the task is bigger than you, resign. Step aside. Make we get people who actually can handle the job. The last thing we need from a PR incompetent government is excuse on top of excuse. Resign. Uno not ready for leadership. Them say real situations expose real people. You actually see what they make out of. And we have a Holness administration that is made of pure PR and nothing else. Mandeville Mayor Donovan Mitchell argued the government needs to adopt practices used in developed countries where local representatives are treated as first responders in disaster recovery. The Ministry of Local Government has to do better. The government has to do better. Councillors have to be involved. There are 230 of us. Nobody knows the country better than we do, and it's It's pathetic, he said. Mitchell also criticized the ministry for failing to deliver the financial support needed for disaster preparation and recovery. He said the ministry had pledged 500,000 Jamaican dollars to each councillor after Hurricane Beryl in July last year, 2024. But those funds have never been released. As a result, he's not optimistic about a new commitment of 250,000 Jamaican dollars to assist with recovery after Hurricane Melissa. That's Mandeville Mayor Donovan Mitchell. Thanks for watching. If you want more breakdowns of Jamaica's biggest political stories with fewer hurricanes and more clarity, hit like, tap subscribe, and check out one of the videos now on screen. And trust me, the next story even more dramatic.